Let's not beat around the billy bush. This debate got nasty. With the release of Gate tape on Friday and the pre-debate press conference with women who accused Bill Clinton of sexual assault, the bottom had peaked early, and the only way was up. From the get-go, the contestants walked out on stage and they refused to shake hands. Understandable. Hillary's hands still had the blood of Benghazi on them, and Donald's hands, well, they still smelt of... There was some continuity for those that watched the first debate. The sniffing was back. But after seeing his leaked tax return, it's clear that it wasn't cocaine. He can't afford it. The first 29 minutes of the debate was about who put whose ugly bits where. You know, the stuff that keeps terrorists up at night. When it came to the tough questions, both candidates were very slippery. When Donald Trump was asked about sexual assault, he answered,
with ISIS. ISIS chopping off heads. Knock the hell out of ISIS. We're going to defeat ISIS. ISIS.
And when asked about her relationship with Wall Street, Clinton answered,
the Kremlin, meaning Putin and the Russian government, and bombed by the Russians hack information.
Baffling. This town hall format allowed undecided voters to ask questions too. Questions like, who the hell is undecided?
There are 3.3 million Muslims in the United States, and I'm one of them. You've mentioned working with Muslim nations, but with Islamophobia on the rise, how will you help people like me deal with the consequences of being labeled as a threat to the country after the election is over?
An undecided Muslim? There's a candidate on stage who wants to put you in internment camp, surveil your entire community, and send your family overseas for no good reason. But hey, maybe he'll get you a good price on stamps. Perhaps the most terrifying thing about this debate was that Donald Trump started to look presidential. And after Mike Pence's great performance at the vice president debate, Mike and Donald are beginning to look like a really solid team.
If you were president, what would you do about Syria and the humanitarian crisis in Aleppo? And I want to remind you what your running mate said. He said provocations by Russia need to be met with American strength, and that if Russia continues to be involved in airstrikes along with the Syrian government forces of Assad, the United States of America should be prepared to use military force to strike the military targets of the Assad regime.
Okay. He and I haven't spoken, and I disagree. I disagree.
You disagree with your running mate?
I think we have to knock out ISIS.
ISIS was a recurring theme, and Trump's strategy to kill ISIS appears to be the same strategy he uses when approaching women.
Why can't they do it quietly? Why can't they do the attack, make it a sneak attack, and after the attack is made, inform the American public that we've knocked out the leaders, we've had a tremendous success.
Hillary's approach was a little bit different.
I would go after Baghdadi. I would specifically target Baghdadi.
Hillary, what are you doing? Now, al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, thinks you don't like him. He thinks you're going to kill him now. Oh, you've just given the game away. I think the real winner tonight was this guy, Ken Bone.
What steps will your energy policy take to meet our energy needs, while at the same time remaining environmentally friendly and minimizing job loss for fossil power plant workers?
You know, he may be an uncommitted voter, but he is still committed to growing that mustache no matter what.